shake. Hi, I'm Nita Mfiki and welcome to my channel. On this channel, we aim to discuss sciences in South Africa, education in South Africa, and everything in between. If that's interesting towards you, please feel free to subscribe to the channel and leave down below anything regarding sciences in South Africa that you'd like to talk about. I hope you guys like my new intro music. I got copyrighted in my previous video and I can't find the background music I used to use for my videos, so I'm just gonna kind of raw dog it for now. Please let me know if this actually works for you, if you actually do prefer some music in the background, if you're okay kind of having my voice being the main thing you're listening to. With that being said, let's get started with the topic of today, which is discussing the differences between universities, technikons, which are universities of technology, and TVET colleges. So I want to talk about this because I grew up under the propaganda that university is the only level of higher education that you should pursue. And that, of course, is a lie. The institution that you go to should be solely based on what you want to do as a career path. And I think understanding the differences between each institution can help you enter a system that will actually be the most beneficial for you. So I'll be talking about what these institutions are, what the requirements are to enter in, the cons of those institutions, and the benefits of those institutions. So let's get started with universities. Universities are purely academic or theory-based institutions with very little to no actual practical elements in those institutions. Getting to university, you have to have at least a bachelor pass in matric. Of course, universities do offer diplomas and certificates, but those are at postgrad level. What are the pros of a university? Well, if you're aiming to go into a more academic career field, so thinking something like a lawyer, a doctor, a researcher, a university is the best institution for you, because even though those practices have like a practical element towards them, their base is academia. So having a good academic background is very beneficial in those careers. Another pro, which I find, which is kind of a pro that I'm kind of about, is that universities are more recognizable names in employment fields. Unfortunately, as a society, we have put a lot of prestige towards universities, so they do hold a lot of weight when it comes to employers seeing kind of your potential in the working field. The cons of a university is that if you are someone who wants to be in a more practical field, so thinking something like a technician or electrician or hospitality, like things where having a good, solid understanding of the practicality of something is needed to enter those fields, universities may not be the best place for you. Also, in general, universities are more expensive than other types of higher learning institutions. So investing in those kind of institutions, it is a huge financial cost. Speaking about practicalities or practical based degrees or careers, let's talk about technikons. So technikons, also known as universities of technologies, are practical based institutions with some theoretical learning in them. The main goal of a technikon is to give you more hands-on experience within the field. So they teach students more kind of the practical skills more than the theoretical elements behind those skills. So to get into a technikon, you need at least a diploma pass in matric. So in technikons, you can get undergrad level diplomas and undergrad level degrees within technikons. So the pros of technikons are, of course, if you want to go into a more hands-on field, like being a medical tech or being an electrician or being hospitality, a technikon can be something that can be more beneficial towards you. Also, technikons still do hold a lot of weight for post-grad studies. So if you are someone who still wants to go into the traditional university systems, you can always transition into a university out after your diploma or your degree. Also, technikons are usually more affordable than universities, ranging between 20 to 50,000 rand. But again, that's still kind of higher level paying for money. So maybe not not like the best pro, but it is a pro nevertheless. A con of a technikon is that, again, kind of what was the pro in universities is a con in technikons, where they're not as highly seen as a university. You can still get relatively good jobs with a technikon degree and diploma, but again, academic elitism kind of hinders you from getting or maybe being seen more compared to someone who has a university degree. Lastly, let's talk about TVET colleges, also known as technical and vocational education and training colleges. um, these are usually post high school institutions that allow you to have vocational skills and occupational skills in certain industries. So thinking something like engineering, business, hospitality, IT, allowing you to build skills already within kind of a narrower field or a more specific field. So to enter TVET college, you can enter a lot of them from grade 9 onwards. And TVET colleges, obviously, there are some courses that are 6 months, there are some courses that are 3 years. So with you being able to enter a TVET college within grade 9, a lot of the times degrees from or like diplomas from or certificates from these places are considered more in the same level as a matric level pass or matric level certificate compared to like a degree from a technikon or universities. However, you can still enter the working field with a degree or with a certificate from a TVET college. So the benefits of a TVET college is that you get a lot of practical learning or practical skills already from the get-go. You are kind of ahead in the sense of you have a practical background behind you. As well, since it is considered as a matric, a lot of TVET colleges can allow you to enter universities and technikon systems more easily. So you can kind of transition from a TVET college to a university if wanted to. And of course, since it's more kind of a government aligned institution, they are more affordable than a university and a technikon. So if you're someone kind of in between, not sure where you want to lean towards or not knowing where you want to go, using a TVET college or getting education from a TVET college can be a great kind of transitional period for you to kind of have a grasp of a working life and then maybe see if university is somewhere you want to go into. A con of a TVET college is, as I said, since it's kind of considered at the same level as a matric certificate, you may not get the most highest paying jobs in the world. You are still a highly skilled individual compared to someone with just a matric, but you are still at technically you're still considered in the same level as a matriculant. Well, hopefully this video was helpful when it came across you. If there's any additional questions, please let me know in the comments down below and I'll try to answer them as quick as I can. If there's anything else you'd like to talk about sciences in South Africa, please let me know, and please like and comment again, or please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more information on sciences in South Africa. Bye.